RiversEdge Canoe and Kayak Outfitters. We're going to try to give you a real quick overview today of our different kayaks. We feel like we've got the finest kayak rental fleet in the Midwest. More different types of kayaks available for rent than most outfitters. So we'll kind of show you each different model and show you the features of each one. Okay, one of the neat things about kayaking, it's actually easier for someone to get started in a kayak than it is a canoe. There's something about a double-plated paddle, just a more intuitive way to paddle. Instead of having to figure out which side you're on, you always have the paddle on the right side that you need to be on. So it's something that kids, older folks, almost anybody can get in a kayak, and on a beautiful day when the water's nice, you can float down with very little previous training. Okay, I want to show the difference in the paddles. A lot of times you go to a rental place, this is kind of paddle they give you. It's a big heavy club, it's a rounded shaft, too large for a lot of people, especially children and ladies. We use a much lighter weight paddle, much more comfortable. It actually has a shaft that is partially flattened out, so it's more comfortable for your hand to actually grip. It has slight spoon blades, which helps you a little bit in maneuvering your kayak. Okay, we're always bragging about how we get new kayaks every year. Here's a good example. No one's been in this kayak. It's waiting for you to be the first person floating down the river. So before we take pictures of it, we're going to cut the owner's manual out. All right, there's a brand new kayak waiting for you to get on the river. Here's a good example of the kind of life jacket we use. It has zipper, very comfortable. They're short waist, which is good for almost everyone, especially females. Short waist jacket like this, it doesn't ride up on you. Has adjustable straps both on the shoulders and the sides. A lot of places use some old beat up jacket. We try to keep nice ones that are good smelling. Okay, here's a single person sit-in kayak. It's called a Necky Rip 12. They're really popular. We've been using them the last 2 or 3 years. Have a great seat. They're just the right size for Little Miami. They're easy to maneuver, but yet pretty fast. Okay, the Necky sit-in kayak has a great seat. This is actually kind of a air foam, where there's supposed to be circulation between you and the seat. It's got a somewhat of adjustable back where you can tighten this up so you can sit more erect if you'd like to actually be paddling. It has this gear hatch thing, fairly simple, where you can pop this off and put your lunch in, whatever you want to take out on the river. Okay, here's a single person sit on top kayak. These are really popular. Part of the reason is they're so easy to get in and out of without a cockpit. You can just kind of plop in there. And then if you pull up to a beach, same thing, you can easily get out. If you do have to turn over, obviously you just get back in the kayak. They also have a really comfortable seat back. You can see it's a real deep seat back. It's almost like an easy chair. So a lot of people get one of these and just float down the river on an easy day. Okay, here's a two-person tandem sit-in kayak. Also real comfortable, has a nice seat back. A little sleeker and faster than the sit on top, so some people like these to float down the river. see the two-person sit-in kayak has a neat little hatchback here with a lid on it. You can put your lunch in. The seat back is very comfortable. It's also adjustable. It raises up and down depending on where you want it to hit your back. There's also adjustable foot braces in this kind of kayak, where you adjust the braces to match the length of your legs. Okay, here's a two-person kayak, and you can see how it's the same as a single person. It's got the really comfortable high seat backs. It has adjustable foot sections where you can put your feet depending on how long your legs are. But super comfortable, easier to paddle for most people than a sit-in type tandem kayak. Our child kayak. It's very similar to the adult sit on top. It's also a child size sit on top. Great for any children from roughly 50-60 pounds up to 100 pounds or so. Even some small ladies do well in this kayak. Okay, hopefully you enjoyed our little overview of kayaking. Feel free to call 937-903-6468 or email us. And we hope to see you out on Little Miami River with RiversEdge Canoe and Kayak Outfitters.